Coming up, it's a new way of getting a pass during class. Find out how students are feeling about SmartPass.
Many students are making a switch from other schools. You'll hear their reasons for transferring to Atlantic City High.
The Viking swim team does more than just compete in the pool. They're preparing to save lives. Those stories and more are on the way. Viking News starts right now. Hi everyone, and welcome to this February edition of Viking News. Along with Carolyn Caesar, I'm Hadar LeViscount.
Over the years, teachers and administrators have tried to solve two problems: students in the hallway during class and the constant writing of bathroom passes. But these issues appear to be a thing in the past, with the implementing of the SmartPass last month. Now that students and teachers have had a couple months to use it, how do you think they feel about it? Robert Eichenberg finds out.
Before SmartPass, here's something we barely saw during classes: empty hallways.
It does make it easier for us to, like I said, to keep track of where students are supposed to be and how long they've been in the hallways.
The SmartPass process is simple. Students create their own passes on their phone or Chromebook. All the teachers have to do is approve them.
Miss Roy sent a pass, and then I can hit go, and it's easier than taking out a piece of paper and a pen.
Some students see the advantages of SmartPass.
I think it's cool. I think it's a good way to keep us followed up and with our destinations and where we're going.
We can download the app on our phones and stuff like that, and we don't really gotta wait for the teacher to write the passes. They can make them and send it to us on our phone.
But of course, many students don't like the time limits and other restrictions.
I think it's a little over excessive because there's some times where I would, or a normal other person would have to use the restroom and take their time on the toilet or whatever they got to do.
When we have subs, they don't do it. So we can't use the SmartPass if there's no teacher.
Personally, I think that it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, the time limit and everything, and us not being able to go to class or go to the bathroom before class and everything.
Of course, many students don't like restrictions, but the ultimate goal is to keep us in class. And because of that reason, SmartPass is here to stay. For Viking News, I'm Robert Eichenberg.
I like SmartPass, but having to wait in class for the bathroom line to go down is a little annoying. Most students who come to Atlantic City High start here their freshman year, but there are others who transfer from other schools. So what made them become a Viking? Hannah Gaskell joins us with more on that story. Hannah?
Students who transfer to Atlantic High do so for a number of reasons. For some, it's sports related, while for others, coming to Atlantic High turned out to be a better fit.
Academics is important for junior Trey Goldstein. The Margate resident spent his first 2 years at Mainland, but wasn't getting the education he hoped for.
I feel like the teachers at Mainland were really just trying to get through the day as opposed to really teaching and getting the students prepared for AP exams and for college.
After 6 months here at Atlantic High, Trey has noticed a big difference in academics.
I feel like the academics here are significantly better due to the fact that the teachers care more about the students and how they do on AP exams and how prepared they are for college. I feel like it prepares me more for college and for life, and Mainland didn't do that for me.
For Summer Stevenson, who's from Atlantic City, education is important to her too. After 2 years at Holy Spirit, she needed more of a challenge.
Atlantic City had a lot more classes to offer, and I felt that the classes here would make me a lot more prepared for college than Holy Spirit's education would. And I really wanted to row crew for Atlantic City High School because they have a really great crew program.
Sports often does play a factor. Junior Tamir Rex went to St. Augustine Prep for football and basketball. But 2 months into his freshman year, Tamir knew where he should be.
Atlantic City was a better fit for me because Atlantic City felt more like home for me. St. Augustine, I didn't feel like I really belonged there, so I wanted to come back home.
As for sophomore Janier Queen Brown, he just transferred to Atlantic High last month from Charter Tech. They didn't have a TV studio like this, plus it lacked in other areas as well.
The reason I transferred from Charter Tech to Atlantic High, I felt like there was more opportunities in terms of sports. I'm a tall kid. I thought I was wasting my talent there. I feel like there's going to be more opportunities in terms of education and other areas too. And I'm already liking the TV program here more than I like film, to be honest.
These aren't the only 4 students who have transferred to Atlantic High. There are many others. All come from different cities and have different reasons for transferring. Even though switching schools is tough to do, these students believe it's not where you start that matters, it's where you finish. Carolyn?
A lot of my friends have transferred to Atlantic City High and are happy they did. In Hannah's story, she mentioned students who wanted a better education. In Miss Sarnese's Biomedical class, students are definitely taking learning to another level. Look at what her students did this month. They're actually dissecting the heart of a sheep. Talk about getting hands-on experience. During dissecting, students are learning about the 4 chambers of the heart, and they get to feel the thickness of the muscle. If a student wants to be a surgeon someday, this is a great introduction.
Dissecting gives students a real life experience and a future career because they have a real animal organ in front of them. And you can tell by their faces if they are super excited or if they are super grossed out. I tell them both of them are effective because it's going to help you decide whether you do want to do operating medicine or if you don't want to do a type of medicine that's going to look at the inside of the body.
I did like dissecting it because we got to stick our fingers in there and it was really cool and you could feel how rubbery the heart feels.
I did like dissecting because I want to pursue a career that has to do with stuff like that, like, in the medical field. So I just think it'll be beneficial for the future, and I think it was really cool.
Wow, dissecting a heart? And that's not all. In the biomed class, they also dissect the brain. That's wild to me. February is CTE month, which stands for Career Technical Education. We have a number of electives that fall into that category, including TV production. The goal of these programs is to give students different career options and prepare them for higher learning in those fields. Most CTE teachers have been teaching here for a while, but for Chef Ali, this is his first year teaching at the high. As you can see, he teaches culinary arts. Students are learning to make just about anything from breakfast foods to sauces and soups, to showing students how to make foods from simple ingredients rather than a box. For Chef Ali, it's rewarding that students are making foods that they've never made before.
It's an industry where people love to eat, so it's an industry where AI is not going to replace it. So you always have something you can fall back on. Like I said, everybody loves to eat, so you already have a career that's rewarding because you're satisfying somebody's palate. And that can go a long way because people always come back.
Even if you don't go into the cooking field, everybody loves to eat, so this class is a great way to learn how to cook. February 5th was National Signing Day for high school football. That's when players from around the country make their college choice official. Back in November, star wide receiver Sinida Grafferite signed early with Rutgers. Now some of Ice Cup's teammates will be playing at the next level. Jeremiah Williams signed with Rowan, quarterback Peaky Roseborough signed with Westchester, Zephaniah Bradley will be joining Peaky at Westchester, and Wallet Rose signed with Montclair State. These players are thrilled to get to play football in college.
Feels good. It's just a result of the hard work that I put in the off season. I went up to Rowan. I love the campus. I love the coaches, and I feel like that could be my home for the next 4 years.
It's a blessing, and just as a little kid, just dreaming about playing like next level football, it's just a blessing.
Definitely a sign of relief going through all the years of me wanting to be able to play college football, college basketball, and today it feels like everything has just went away, and now I'm official to say I'm going to Westchester.
This feeling is good. I worked for it. I worked all hard. I want to thank you to my coaches for helping me, and I'm ready for the next level and be a better person and a better player.
What a month it has been for Peaky Roseborough. Not only did he sign a football scholarship to Westchester, but a week later on the court, Peaky made school history. This three-pointer against Millville in the Cal playoffs gave Peaky career point number 1,000. He's only the 23rd player in Atlantic City history to reach that milestone. Peaky was excited, especially because he did it with a three-pointer.
I know when I thought about the 1,000, I wanted to hit a three-pointer, so when I seen Tate throwing the ball, I said, let me just shoot this, and my reaction is just like a relief of all the hard work and what I've been wanting to do since a freshman. It definitely feels good. I mean, again, I wanted to do this since I was in middle school or even younger, and it's just definitely like a relief, like I said, to get that, and it's great to do it in my own city.
Congratulations to Peaky, 1,000 points and the football scholarship. What a month it's been for him. After the state championships the first weekend in March, the swim season will be over, but in the summer, many swimmers will be back in the water again. Only this time, they won't be worried about winning races. Instead, they'll be focused on saving lives. Marshall Harris has the story.
Being on the swim team at Atlantic High prepares you for more than just meets. Many of these swimmers are also lifeguards in their local communities.
You really need to be confident in yourself and know that you're able to swim distances, and that just makes it a lot more comfortable for you as a swimmer and as a lifeguard.
Transitioning from the pool to the ocean isn't an easy task. Swimming in the pool, there are no conditions to deal with. While swimming in the ocean, you have to battle with waves and currents.
It's a lot harder. I mean, the only thing in the pool is other people splashing, but the currents can push you around and the waves can be a bit rough.
Obviously in a pool, you don't have to constantly dodge waves or constantly have to look up. In a pool, you can just take a breath to the side. But yeah, definitely swimming in the ocean's harder.
About 30% of the swimmers on the team are lifeguards on the island. The practices and meets help them get in condition and prepare them for what's to come this summer.
Just the endurance can help you. You're just keeping your stroke good, going out to the victim, just helping them.
Even though the pool isn't the beach and the sun isn't shining on them, the swim team does enjoy the competition only the pool can bring.
It's more fun. So yeah, this is why I like the competition aspect more than being worried about someone drowning.
For Viking News, I'm Marshall Harris.
Being a lifeguard is such a big responsibility. You should know, Carolyn.
I love being a lifeguard at Showboat, but your eyes have to be on everyone at all times.
I give you a lot of credit. I don't know if I could watch everyone at once. That's going to do it for this edition of Viking News.
For Hadari LaViscount, I'm Caroline Cesare. We hope you have a great day.